Pretty quiet out there as the lights are out on the Pontiac safety car.
Those butterflies are turning in the stomachs of those drivers, but they're about to leave them here right now.
Green's out, let's go.
And to start the 50th anniversary season of NASCAR, the 40th Daytona 500 is underway.
There's a hole behind the 40 car if you need it, Low side, clear, low side. You got the 88 right behind the 40.
But Jeff Gordon got a slow start. He was down on the apron when they dropped the green flag.
Low side still there.
Gordon comes up to speed. This 43 car is uncoiled down the back straightaway.
Low side still there, low side. Clear now, clear low if you need it, you're clear. Clear all around,
From overhead, turn 4. A new look at this race.
Boy, that's exciting to see that.
Still clear.
That high, but I felt like I have when I got in the wall here a few times. But look at these cars, already 3 wide down through the triangle here. The Labonte brothers are working together. Sterling Marlin in 3rd spot there. They go right to the bottom of the racetrack in the early part of the race. But you have
still clear all around.
The top side already.
For the first time ever, Bobby Labonte leads the Daytona 500. Only 4 races last year were won from the pole. That's Labonte's green Pontiac.
Still clear all around.
Debris on the back straightaway there. That's
high side, you're clear.
But these cars have various holes in the front to get air into the cooling of these cars. That could be a problem.
Still clear.
Could be. It doesn't take much to stop up that grill so they don't get the air they need.
The roof cams are back at CBS and in NASCAR racing. NASCAR legislated them away. We
still clear.
Back here at Daytona with NASCAR's approval. You're right on top of the windshield of Jeff Bodine's car.
If you want to know what it looks like to the driver, this is as close as you can
still
get.
Clear all around.
In the corner, this is what we call the high groove. Up against the wall there, a lot of drivers feel it's safer on the high side. If something happens to the car, you don't get the big run towards the outside wall. And as you notice, as they went through that turn, it didn't look
still
like
clear all around.
Of banking.
Rick Mast, or rather that's Jeff Bodine, a piece of debris up on the
clear all around.
And now Rick Mast right behind Jeff Bodine. Dave Marcus down low, starting his 31st 500 and 3 abreast. That's Mike Wallace is the meat in that sandwich as they come off the corner.
And boy, this is not a good area.
Still clear all around, clear.
I'm not sure there is a good area of the track to run through the rest. Good point.
Everyone makes it through okay.
Still clear.
7 cars have broken out single file.
Clear all around.
From that back straightaway, tilting sharply into that 31-degree banking of turn 3.
Clear all around.
There's those 7 cars out front, single file. Bobby Labonte, the engineer. Darrell Walter driving the
still clear.
Ralph Shaheen.
Mike, there was actually no problem with Jeff Gordon. In fact, crew chief Ray Evernham is proud of his driver. Apparently somebody in front of Jeff slowed down and Jeff ducked to the bottom to avoid him. He really saved the front end of the race car.
Good news for the defending champion of the 500. Now, Bill Elliott. Well, he's the burger and the bun on the low side.
Still there, high side,
on the outside, number 2 is Rusty Wallace.
And there's not a thing in the world you can do about it. You don't want to be in that position, but what can you do about it? There's nowhere to go.
Here comes got 88 behind you, 3 cars on the high side.
That's the blue and white car, and you can see on the bottom side, Bill needs to get in line right now. If he don't, he's just going to go to the back. He has some help. One looked over, decided not to go with him.
Still there, high side.
You can watch him just fade back as they go by.
You're riding with Mark Martin. That white dotted line denotes the edge between the banking and the flat
cars, high
of
side.
the racetrack. Don't go left of that line.
Still there, high side.
Not unless you want to end up after you get to the wall and back down there again. That's where you'll finally end up.
Bill Elliott cannot find a lane. He is in the middle by himself.
Still there, high side.
No man's land because as the groups just stream right past on either side.
Now
he's going to get some help from Dick Trickle, number 90, and he gets to the low groove.
And back here, Chad Little for a moment was also in that same position, but thank goodness Elliott got himself in a line.
Still there, outside.
Bobby and Terry Labonte and Sterling Marlin, qualifying race winner on
Outside.
with the two drivers that time trialed onto the front row. And look at that orange car on the top
Miller,
groove,
outside.
Michael Waltrip coming.
And keep your eye just below him at Dale Earnhardt.
Clear now, clear.
Moving up right now. You see the two of them side by side. Earnhardt gets the spot, moves in front of Michael Waltrip as they head down the back straightaway.
Now, back of the fourth place car, Earnhardt, looking at Michael Waltrip.
Clear all around,
Drives
clear.
The Wood brothers, proud of that 76 victory with David Pearson and 72 with A.J. Foyt, perhaps poised to win it again.
You see Waltrip
Looking high,
to
looking
the
high.
outside in the 125-mile qualifying races this week. He was very strong on the high side of the race.
Clear all around.
As Dale Jarrett just under him there, moving towards the front.
Still clear, you're clear.
Dale Jarrett pulls up alongside in the low groove, and Dale Jarrett has 8 cars lined up directly behind him.
Clear all around.
He has been running the low groove since the green flag dropped.
Still clear.
Sometimes the high groove they get a run off of there can be better, but right now seems to be working pretty good for him.
And that 7-car single file line is now just 5 as they jostle behind the black car of Dale Earnhardt.
Looking high, looking high, looking high. Still clear all around, clear all around.
Colored number 36. One of the fastest cars in practice all week has been Irvin.
Still clear.
He's very, very confident. I had dinner with him last night, and he just said, hey, I've got as good a car as I've ever had here.
Still clear, clear all around.
Roger Penske is a captain of American industry. He could be in one of the fighters' suites here at Daytona. Instead, he is on top of the highest grandstand in the place, spotting for his driver, Rusty Wallace. Rusty just
Still clear all around.
Roger, where would you like me to run? High or low? He said, you're doing a good job. Just hang in there.
Now look at Rusty and his teammate right there, Jeremy Mayfield. The 2 and the 12 cars similarly painted. They are teammates. Ned, they look like they've got a
Still
trailer.
clear, clear all around.
I'm sure that was planned, Mike. We saw a lot of cars drafting in practice out there yesterday together to see which ones worked good
Still
together.
clear,
And
clear all
Jeremy
around.
Mayfield was very, very good in that 12 car, so he's right there with his partner now.
Bernie Irvin still on the inside there. Outside of him, last year's pole setter, Mike Skinner. When they're running side by
Clear all
side,
around, clear.
the boys are all
About 7 of you lined up there with double file behind.
Draft works so much better with cars in line than cars that are racing back in the pack at this spot. That you'll lose almost 2-3 tenths per lap to the lead cars when they're running single
Still
file.
clear all around.
42 cars still in the lead draft. The only one that's out of the draft right now is Darrell Waltrip.
Second place, Sterling Marlin on the inside. That blue and silver number 40.
Look who's coming with him. Here comes Earnhardt taking over.
Outside, still there, still there. Outside.
Dale Earnhardt has
Clear,
led
clear all
every
around, clear,
single
clear.
lap number of the Daytona 500 except for 4 laps. One of them being, of course, lap 200, the final one. Now it's Jeff Bodine.
Still clear,
in the
clear
middle.
all around.
Ken Schrader in that black number 33 moves up just in front of Bodine's number 7. Way
Clear all around.
on the bottom is Kyle Petty in 44.
Still clear all around.
Ned, I'm a little surprised that those 5 cars running single file up front have not been able to get away from the 2-wide racing.
That is surprising. Most of the time when cars single out, they're able to run faster than cars running side by side. But look here, 4 abreast down the backstretch.
Jeff Gordon all the way on the flat.
Clear all
part of
around,
the
clear.
racetrack. The lines that you see there on the inside, that's not racetrack.
Still clear all around.
It was for a moment. They'll come around to complete lap 11.
Still clear all around.
Ken Squire.
Watch number 33, Schrader. Fractured his sternum on Thursday. Has a special flight jacket
We're all
he's
around.
wearing today. Started 43rd. Now he's going up into the top 20. He is flying in that Andre Petrie prepared car. Many
Got
said that was
88 behind him, and the 5's working the high groove coming off of 2. Still clear all around.
Morgan Shepherd is standing by to step in should Schrader not be able to go the distance. He was asked the other day, how far would he run?
Still
He
clear,
said,
clear all around.
probably the first 200 laps.
That's how long this race is. Ken Schrader is wearing a flak jacket like rodeo
Still clear.
cowboys wear. A bull rider's flak jacket. Ken Schrader's a bull rider if there ever was one.
He's a tough customer, no doubt.
Now he is last in that line
single file behind, you're clear.
of the racetrack up to 19th position after starting 43rd because he crashed his primary car on Thursday, had to run a backup car in the 500.
We're all around.
Dick Berggren.
Mike, you wonder how hard Schrader hit the wall on Thursday. This is the steering wheel he was
Single
hanging
file,
on to.
still clear.
Look at how this thing is bent. It's all supposed to be straight, not even close to straight. Man, he's a tough guy to be out there racing right now.
Schrader won, steering
Ned,
wheel nothing.
Ned, you and I have probably bent them some, but I don't think I ever bent one that bad.
Still clear.
As Dick said, he's a tough customer to be out there now, but very determined because he could win an extra $1 million if he wins this race today.
He is third in that inside line.
Still clear. We're all around.
Complete. Bobby Labonte leads Sterling Marlin and Dale Earnhardt. Here's Ralph Shaheen.
Mike, Kenny Schrader is racing with a heavy heart today as well. A young man by the name of
All
Stephen
single file,
Bradley
still clear.
recently passed away due to cystic fibrosis, one of Kenny's personal charities. On his bed, he said to Kenny,
Looking
"Kenny,
high,
please
looking
win the
high,
Daytona
looking
500
high.
for me. It's the only thing I've
Still
ever
clear,
asked from you."
still clear.
And that is what he is trying to do here today. His daughter Dorothy told him, "Daddy, Stephen is racing across heaven cheering you on today."
Single file. Still clear.
Likely so. To do it, though, Schrader will have to get past Bobby Labonte, Sterling Marlin, Dale Earnhardt.
Still single file. Clear.
Fourth, Derek Cope, the 1990 winner, in fifth. Terry Labonte now back to the sixth spot.
Got one looking low. Looking low. 30 car looking low. Low side. Low side.
Spencer, Ernie Irvin. That's the top 10.
And right out of the top 10 is Jeff Gordon, who has come all the way from 29th up to 11th.
Still there.
Side
Low
by
side.
side for the
Low
lead in
side.
the back straightaway.
Sterling Marlin's going to be a force. I predicted he was
Low
going to
side,
be the
low
guy
side.
to watch today, and he's leading this race already. Earnhardt just in tow, just behind Bobby Labonte. They're trying to get up on the outside, as you
Still there.
see, fighting side by side in the corner.
On the bottom, Derek Cope, that black number 30 car, edging past Earnhardt, trying to move up in line and secure third spot.
Step him out, Mike.
None of it.
He's not the easiest guy in the world to pass, as you can see. He's fighting back on the outside. Terry Labonte, you're looking back at him right now.
We're all ready.
These
Clear
guys
now.
are going at it. There is no two
by two behind you. Clear.
It's side by side, all the way back through.
Get a chance to tell me about the car, Dale.
15 laps complete. Sterling Marlin trying to hold off Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt, and Derek Cope in the great American race.
Still clear all around.
Earnhardt knows how to work the draft off another car as good as anyone, better than most.
Still
So
clear
now
all around.
7 cars pull away from the pack single file.
First 7 cars still single files that are doubled up behind the 8th car.
Terry Labonte, Mike Skinner.
What a Congo line down the back straightaway there. And you know the incredible part, they're running
We're all
200
around.
miles an
Got
hour.
6
That
car
goes
train
to
going
each
there,
other.
Dale. Y'all pulling away from that second bank just a little bit.
Cars are moving 3 to 4 feet in the corners at each other.
Dick Berggren.
As Dale Earnhardt leads this race today, everybody wonders, can he finally win it? Everything seems to have happened to Earnhardt. He's been upside down. He has had a seagull hit in the front of the car. He's run out of gas. He's had a flat tire.
single
all
file,
while
still
he's
clear.
running in the front. And last night in the last practice session, he lost an engine. A push rod failed. Maybe the bad stuff is all done and over with, and today will be Earnhardt's day.
Dale Earnhardt, your leader. Looking
Still
back,
clear all around.
the pole sitter Bobby Labonte, the green car. And just behind them, Sterling Marlin went up to the high side of the racetrack, and he is getting kicked well
Still
back
clear.
in the field.
Yeah,
Mike
back.
Skinner has gone past him. So is Michael Waltrip. And now, too, Ernie Irvin.
But most of the drivers that we are listening to on the radios are telling their crews
Still
they're
clear.
having a hard time differentiating between chassis problems and the wind buffeting them around.
190, 200.
Especially difficult.
In
for
4,
them to
about
adjust
5,
the
Bobby,
cars
kind of
when they
breaking
get
away
that pit stop.
again. 30 laps, Dale. That's about halfway through this run. A little past halfway.
The end of the tri-oval here at the start-finish line. 30 laps complete. Dale Earnhardt, 20 years of trying to win the great American race. He is your leader. Bobby Labonte, Derek Cope, Terry Labonte, Mike Skinner, and Michael Waltrip.
Well around, you're clear.
Earnhardt in a Chevrolet, Labonte's Pontiac, Derek Cope.
Still clear all around.
And Terry Labonte in fourth. Mike Skinner, Earnhardt's teammate, in fifth. Dick Berggren.
Pit stops will be coming up fairly soon. Larry McReynolds is crew chief for Dale Earnhardt. When will you pit and what will you do?
Well, we can run about 60 or 62 laps on fuel, but you know, Daytona, you got to kind of go with the flow, you know. Even though we can run that far, we may have to come a little early because that's when most of the group might come. But definitely change 4 tires. 4 tires early in the race means a lot here. Racetrack just keeps getting slicker and greasier.
Still clear.
Happy with the car?
18 looking high, looking high, looking high. High side, high side. High side, 2 cars, high side, 35, 18.
But we can't count on leading all day long. And our tire carrier just made David Rogers, who had a baby girl about 8 o'clock this morning. So proud for him, proud to have him here now.
Well, Larry is not leading anymore.
All right, 5 cars coming with you.
Bobby Labonte.
High side.
Derek Cope with him.
Another Pontiac pushing a Pontiac as they go by Earnhardt. Down through the triangle and down towards turn 1.
High side, high side.
Buddy, we said on yesterday's show, to take the lead, you need to have a friend, Bobby Labonte.
The hole behind that 30 car, if you did.
The thing he has to do, though, he has to deal with the 3 car. Earnhardt fights back as they head to the back straightaway, side by side down through there.
And there's a bright bit of color right in that pack, and here it comes. Jeff Gordon.
High side, still there, high side.
He's nestles right up behind Dale Jarrett's Ford. Off turn 4. Oh, and Labonte, you get
Bobby breaking away there, Dale. That's 40 laps. We'll run about 15 to 20 more.
Blink of an eye. You've got to catch it, set it straight. No, a blink could be too long.
You can see the flag there. It's really blowing around right now. But that's just part of the story. There's
They'll clear all around.
a narrow wind out there between the cars. And when you get up beside somebody, the vacuum from the inside car to the outside car is unbelievable.
3 abreast again off turn 2. Ken Schrader in that green 33.
They'll clear all around.
And trying to squeeze between him and 99 Jeff Burton. It's Dale Jarrett, the 96 winner.
They'll
Look
clear.
at Kenny Irwin, buddy. He has come from 38th position up there with the lead pack.
That's that black and red number 28. There's Irwin, the rookie. Bill Stevens.
Get a chance, tell me what you got.
Is flying. Mark Reno, the crew chief, just told me the first we've had with him today is telling him to be patient.
In just let me know, bud. You're doing good. Long way to go.
We are still under green from the drop of the first flag. 45 laps. Dale Earnhardt has gone back to the front.
Still clear.
Bringing Ernie Irvin, a number 36, with him. A Chevy and a Pontiac. Derek Cope's number 30 in the 4th place. Chevrolet has led 23 laps today. Pontiac
8 cars
22.
train there going there, single file.
Not put a car up front. Not yet.
I am so impressed with Jeremy Mayfield running along here. I mean, he moved to 4th place from way back. He's doing a super job right now.
He started in 13th position. Bobby Labonte got shuffled from.
Get that 30, look inside the 36. You're clear. Got a crane on the inside. You're clear. Clear.
That green car in the lead draft. Now
Still here. They're looking inside.
Yeah, and look at Jeff Gordon on the
We're all
inside.
around.
They're just behind.
at the front of the field, Dale Earnhardt, as he's been so many times before.
We're all
this
around.
time, just as on the last lap of 1990, he has Derek Cope filling up his rearview mirror. That time,
Still clear, single file.
Earnhardt cut down a tire and Cope went on to victory. Pit stops begin. This is Andy Hillenberg in the Sadler Brothers Chevrolet, making his first stop of the day.
We're about 9 more, Dale, about 9 more. Know for sure the 30 and 18 is going to come with us, 9 more.
49 laps. Ned getting close. Let's check with Dick Burton.
Single file still clear.
Made a deal in Earnhardt's pit, and how long will they wait?
Well, it's hard to tell if they really have made a deal. I can answer your second question, and the answer to it is 9 more laps, and Earnhardt is going to be in. I can also tell you that we have had men with virtually every uniform from the front group
Still clear.
in Earnhardt's pit trying to make that deal with Larry McReynolds. It's a good bet that they all will come in at the same time and that they all will take 4 tires.
Single
Mike.
file still clear.
And Earnhardt stays on the racetrack with Derek Cope and his Childress Racing teammate, the blue and yellow car of Mike Skinner in third.
Larry McReynolds told them down in the pits that they could go 60 laps. That was very surprising that they could go 150 miles on a tank of fuel. We're hearing that right now.
Well, yeah, I hope he's right, because I tell you, if you run out of gas here, it's a long ways to coast around this 2.5-mile racetrack.
Dale Earnhardt has lost this race in almost every way imaginable in 1986. He
They're all
ran out
around.
of gas while leading.
And we said that you couldn't make a pit stop and not lose a lap. Well, Jeff Gordon and Rusty Wallace have. They're right in front of the leaders.
Next time, Dale, next time. 4 tires next time.
That's almost a lap, yes. Yes. But boy, they had great pit stops and got in and out the pits very good.
And they are back up to speed.
And that's kind of a break for Earnhardt. You don't use as much fuel in the draft to fall underneath cars along there, so this is stretching that fuel mileage just a little bit for him.
The reason there are less
They're all
cars
around
in
now.
this lead draft is that when those cars are stopped on pit road, the rest of the field is moving down the racetrack, eating up a football
clear.
field's worth of distance every second. So if you lose 1 second on the pit stop by taking a little bit longer to change a tire or to fill with gas or to get...
Run there, run hard as you can up that first box there. It'll be 4,300 second gear. Run hard now.
Ahead of you.
Okay, Earnhardt coming
30
in.
car on the outside of you. 30 car on the outside. 4,300 second gear. 4,300. Heads up, guys. On pit road. Let's have a good stop. Everybody focus. Wheel straight, foot on the brake. Keep your wheel straight for them, Dale. Don't stall that thing now.
Bobby Labonte and Mike Skinner coming in at the same time. Dick Berggren.
Remember last year at Daytona, Earnhardt smokes the tires coming in. Remember last year at Daytona,
4 tires.
Earnhardt's crew was very
4 tires.
slow.
4 tires.
They changed the members on that crew since then, and in fact, there are 2 new outside, front and rear tire changes. Jack Lewis on the front, Craig Lund on the rear are new this year.
All right, get on out of here now. Get on out of here. You're back racing. You're back racing. Stay below your blend line. 4,300. 4,300.
Right behind them. They're going to try to hook up and see if they can continue.
Run hard. Stay below blend line. Run hard now.
What do you want for on Earnhardt?
Earnhardt comes off pit road. That yellow line is the blend line. You must stay inside that line and then gently blend up into
All right, you're clear all around. You're clear. Run hard.
There that went into the pits together, come out of the pits together.
That's
And
a
now,
tribute
Got
to
24
those
coming off the 2 off the high groove there. You got the 2 behind it
and
and
you
the 1.
see is there in the bottom lane. It takes a
Got a
full
whole
lap
line
to
high
get up to
groove.
speed. And Jeff Gordon moves on past
24
Dale
cars the
Earnhardt.
leader.
Gordon is the new leader. And you saw Dale Earnhardt there at 9th place after the round of pit stops. The
Outside.
drivers who pitted with him are in that inside line. They're on track 2. Earnhardt's stop was 21.4 seconds. The man leading the race, Jeff Gordon, had a 17.7 second stop,
outside.
and that made all the difference.
Like we talked about it in the introduction to the race today, it's so important. Track position, I can't begin to tell you, as close as these cars are matched right now to be in that front draft. Look at these cars fighting in the back here. Earnhardt side by side with Chad Little. That's Ward Burton just behind him. They're moving up on the lead pack.
That's 6th through about 20th there.
Side by side for 6th place, the black car Earnhardt. In green and yellow, Chad Little. You're
Still there, high side.
as he chases Mark Martin down the straightaway to turn 1.
Outside.
You can see Dale
Still there,
Jarrett
high
all
side.
the way up against the wall there. Everybody's got an idea right now of where their car runs the freest. Dale Jarrett right now would love to have somebody to help him on the high side. You can see Earnhardt's got a toe of the car just in front of him there, Mark Martin. So they're going to go right by Jarrett going down in the corner. You know, they talk about a driver just riding along. You can see Jeff Gordon's arm in that last picture there. He's working that steering wheel pretty hard through the corners.
That's 15 laps, Dale. Your tire sheet, your pressure last time, so pretty close to neutral. Pretty close to neutral.
Right on the edge and keep it fast through the corners.
Average speed, even after pit stops, the average speed for this race, 184.1 miles per hour.
Clear all around. Somebody said something about oil over in 3 and 4.
Number 40 trying to stay on the lead lap and avoid being passed by race leader number 24, Jeff Gordon.
I bet they're thinking right now, I'm going to call my body man as soon as the race is over and get my tires on there.
Looking low, looking low.
Well,
Clear.
here we go. Here he pulls out
All right,
Dale
clear.
Earnhardt. Earnhardt makes a move down to the inside, but there's Dale Jarrett. He moved to the outside. That might cost him.
The second
We're all around.
and 5th place cars in line have never won the Daytona 500. This man has. Dale Jarrett twice.
Yeah, he sure is. He's all over the place. Still single file, still
See
clear.
that line snake back and forth.
Looking high, looking high. Looking high.
As they try to
High side, got a fender on you. Got a fender on you. High side, high side.
comes up alongside Earnhardt.
Chad Little has to be just thrilled to death joining the Jack Roush racing team, and you can see this guy is for real.
18, high side, 18.
Did it basically
18's looking low, looking low, looking low.
Right on his back bumper. Bobby Labonte was
Outside.
for a moment, but
High side, hold on, high side.
Well, now he has his teammate just in front of him, Mark Martin, and they run
Still there, high
these
side.
guys down. Right now they're nose to tail, working towards the front.
That allowed Bobby Labonte to come
tight,
right
Jimmy.
back up into contention.
High
Number
side.
18, the pole
Clear.
sitter. And one of 5 drivers vying for that $1 million bonus should they win today. The
We're
others
all
are
around.
Terry Labonte, Ernie Irvin, Kenny Schrader, and John Andretti. 18 laps from halfway, and we are caution-free thus far.
Here he comes to the outside. Bobby Labonte looks. Can he make the move going down into turn 1?
He's got some help. No, he doesn't. Earnhardt was his best friend.
Clear, clear.
And then Dale took the number 3 to the bottom of the racetrack. Zoomed on past.
now he comes up there and says, help me now, Bobby. Moves up in front of him.
Doubt that.
Buddy, that looked like the old Daytona slingshot you folks would pull with those
Man,
heavy-powered
full
Dodge cars back when they had unrestricted horsepower and not so great aerodynamics.
Well, it's back to drivers right now, but I tell you, when you make a move like that, you hope you don't have to count on that when it really counts.
Earnhardt and Chad Little.
Clear. Clear all around. Clear.
Not good. He
Good
needs
pass.
some help.
Earnhardt has Bobby Labonte with him. Earnhardt number 3. Labonte at 18,
They're all around.
and they
They're all
draw
around.
a bead on the Ford Taurus. Mark Martin number 6.
Still clear.
Boy, I love that new shot that hangs out overhead of turn 4 like a traffic light would.
15 to halfway, Dale. Get a chance. Tell me how you are.
Distinctive, different.
Good shape. Great practice.
He's got the outside groove working when
M4.
he needs it. He'll tuck in every once in a while, and then he'll fare out a little bit, run the high side. He knows he has that part of the racetrack if he needs it. Mike, I have to wonder if Earnhardt might be
We're all right,
having
clear.
a little bit of chassis problems. That he made a
He's
great
clear with
run
it.
up towards the front. Now he's moving out on the racetrack and beginning to show a little bit of looseness off the corner. The back of the car seems to be
Still
dancing
clear.
around
All
a
right.
little bit.
Earnhardt with Bobby Labonte. Close behind. 89 laps complete. Earnhardt to the inside on Wallace, who comes right down to slam the door on his nose.
Still clear.
Not down.
And that means
Not gonna make it. These guys are going at it right now. You don't only race
6
out
to
of the
halfway.
windshield.
6.
You have a mirror in there that's almost a foot wide to look at your competition back there. You'll see right there. He pulled over a little bit, protecting that
Whoa.
spot.
Earnhardt went to the inside, and Rusty Wallace did the same thing.
Wow,
He
still
saw
clear.
him coming. He said, no, sir, I'll block that spot. That's mine.
Behind them, they're 3 abreast in that pack. As they try to get past Nadeau, Ernie Irvin was 3 abreast with Derek Colt. Mark Martin, they are again. It's Michael Waltrip
We're
on
all
the
around.
inside.
Single file.
Wow.
Daytona International Speedway, the biggest
2 to the
race in
halfway,
NASCAR,
Dale,
the
too,
Daytona
buddy.
500.
5, Bobby,
And
breaking away.
In 2 laps, one of those drivers will be $10,000 richer for leading the halfway lap. Mike Joy with Buddy Baker and Ned Jarrett. Ken Squire above Victory Lane. Dick Bergman,
All
Ron
right,
Shanina, Bill
still clear.
Stevens on pit road. 96, 97, and 98 are 3 of the 4 laps of this race that Earnhardt has never led. The other is lap 200. Earnhardt's trying, though, every lap. He goes upside, Rusty Wallace. He goes downside. It sounds like that Chumbawamba song.
Well, that'll work
Think
right
about
now,
the
but I
clear.
wouldn't want to do that to Earnhardt with 10 laps to go. I can tell you that. You might get a different view. You might be looking in the mirror watching the straightaway get longer. Let's take a lap with Earnhardt. That's the start-finishing line. You can see the arms
They'll be
line
catching the
across,
left guard in
out
there about
against the wall,
turn
down
2.
the straightaway,
Turn 1 there.
following
They're all
Rusty
right.
Wallace in the draft. They'll go to the bottom of the racetrack. Earnhardt goes up. That's the difference in 2 ideas of what it
Clear.
takes in this part of the race. Earnhardt's in the high groove. Rusty Wallace and those guys right on the white line on the bottom. Against the wall down the back straightaway, you can see them move over to get in the slipstream, so you get that extra tow from the car in front of you. As they head down into turn 3, you can see a lap car there as they start to the high side to get by him. Jeff Gordon drifts up. The 2 car there. Rusty Wallace moves up. Now watch them when they come to the straightaway here. They go right out against the wall. and right back into the tri-oval. That's a lap around Daytona.
And it's the halfway lap. Ring the cash register for Jeff Gordon. He picks up $10,000. 14 times the halfway leader has gone on to win the Daytona 500, including Bill Elliott twice, Richard Petty twice, Buddy Baker in 1980. She led almost every lap that year.
Dale, we're going to come in about 3 or 4 laps. We're going to come with that 24 car. It'll be 4 tires. Your car okay?
Ernie Irvin's in the pits. He stopped, if you can remember, just a little bit before the leader's flash on pit stops.
We expect the leaders in 2 more laps.
We talked a little bit ago about the sun coming out now. The difference is going to warm the temperatures and make the difference in the handling of the race cars. So it'll be interesting to see.
M4, you only have to take a little bit out of that right front, maybe a half a pound.
What you have here, you have a racetrack that has a lot of races on it, and when it gets oil and rubber on it, it
M4,
gets
just
a little
leave it
slick
alone.
anyhow, even without the sun. When the sun gets on it, it makes all of that stuff kind of greasy, and the cars really change on you.
Now,
Just be on your toes. We will come with the 24 car. He's going to probably come in about a lap or 2. 2 cars going to fit this time. 2 cars.
Close off a little grill, get a little more downforce, get a little more speed.
4,200, real straight, foot on the brake. Dave got him in.
That is crew chief Ray Evernham, former modified racer himself. He's crew chief and mentor to Jeff Gordon, the race leader.
All right, don't pit road. Heads up, guys. 4,300, second gear, Dale. 4,300. Wheel straight, foot on the brake.
10,
Step
12,
this up, guys.
14, 15 of the top drivers coming in right now.
Feeding time at the zoo. Here they come.
65 miles an hour.
Don't stall the engine.
Ralph Shaheen.
The crew is ready to go here in Jeff Gordon's pit. They come around to the right side of the car. Shane Parzo, Mike Trower going to work with what are known as thunder guns. The impact wrenches will spin at over 10,000 RPM to get those lug nuts off as quick as they can. Right side change. They'll go to work on the left side. Sticker tires, basically brand new tires.
All right, get on out of here. 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 Clear all the way to grass. Clear all the way to grass. 300.
Seconds, he has beaten Earnhardt out of pit road. Jeremy Mayfield.
Look out, guys. Run hard.
Trouble on pit road. Dale Jarrett spinning on pit
we
road.
have another one.
More cars spinning. Trouble on pit road.
Jeff Bodine hit Dale Jarrett coming down pit road. Jarrett was coming out of his pits. Bodine
That's
headed
going high
into
side.
his.
High side.
Ward Burton also got tagged and turned around in pit stall. You see
Got one more
trying
cross
to
too,
get
the high
through.
side.
And that's going to be a costly pit stop for several drivers, those that had the
Clear all around. Clear all around.
Especially Jeff Burton in the Roush number 99. You're watching from Irwin as the leaders go on past. Gordon, Wallace, Earnhardt, Mayfield.
Wow, look at this. They're running 180 miles an hour off the corner. They're turning about
Single file.
6,500 down the straightaway.
4 of you lined up, Dale, quite a ways back to the next low group there that's on the lead lap. Your pressure showed dead neutral. Your temp showed some push.
The car make it really run over 7,000 RPM, so you just put a gear in there.
Jeff Gordon, your leader. Rusty Wallace,
They're
Dale
all around.
Earnhardt, Jeremy Mayfield. And you're with Dale Earnhardt. Out of turn number 4.
Temps when you get a
Down
chance,
the front
Dale.
straightaway.
115 or 110.
Third, Ricky Craven, the Newburgh main driver today, running on the lead lap in 19th position, right behind Mike Wallace.
We saw that happen here yesterday in the 300-miler. Some cars moved away, and they
They'll
didn't
clear all
move
around.
far away from the pack behind them until they started lapping cars. And then when they picked up that draft, like these cars have done right here,
Clear low,
they
please.
picked their speed up. Look at Earnhardt. He was trying to go high on the
Three wide.
outside, but I think he got boxed in there.
He was trying to go
Clear
where
high,
Jeff
clear high.
Gordon didn't as they came to those lap
Low
cars.
side.
He's
Low
trying to
side.
do is
Still
use
there.
the slow
Low side.
times at the
Still
pit
there.
so he can make
Low
a
side.
move towards the lead.
He's got the lead. Gordon,
Still there.
though, is not going to be denied. Gordon has Rusty Wallace. Earnhardt had Jeremy Mayfield.
Believe Rusty's gonna come with you there.
Down to complete
Low side.
the 122nd lap.
4 lap traffic up there.
Gordon at the stripe, but Earnhardt has
Inside.
Gordon's out of the draft right now.
Clear.
They should go
Clear.
right. He's leading Rusty Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield as they go right on by him down in the turn.
Clear all around. Still clear.
Jeff Gordon hanging tough on the inside, trying to get back
Clear
up
all
in
around.
line.
you said they were picking friends. Find a friend there.
2 Fords and 2 Chevrolets in the lead draft.
And up
They're all around.
2 drivers who have tried a combined total of 36 Daytona 500s to find the way to victory lane.
Dale Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace.
And there is Ward Burton, who has cut down a tire and will make it back around to pit
We're
road.
with you. They're all around. Caution will be out. 3 and 3 and 4. Caution will be out this lap. 3 and 3 and 4.
For the first time today, the yellow flag waves over the Daytona 500.
2 car inside. Inside.
100
Pace car going into 1. Don't back it down.
Now we're under caution.
But his luck in this 500 has not been good. This is his 16th attempt to win the 500. Engine failures.
All right, buddy, reach your fairly full and belt tight now. Still got a lot of racing here to go. Guys, you're doing good. You can see it get better as the day goes.
With all the things that have happened to him. One of the guys that helped him to cure that was Buddy Baker.
Aerodynamics are so critical, a component of speed here at Daytona. Green flag.
Clear low, you want to go.
First time a Ford has led today, Rusty Wallace.
Low side, low side, low side.
Earnhardt behind him, and Gordon nestled up against Earnhardt's bumper.
Rusty Wallace is
They're all around. They're all around.
Now you see all the what they're talking about right on that corner right there is bent back just a little bit on Jeff Gordon's car. That's what they're talking about being bent in. It don't look like much, but at 200 miles an hour, that's a lot of lift on the front of the car.
They're all around.
And look at the distance Earnhardt has pulled on Gordon in a lap. 3 car lengths.
His own back in the pack there.
We're 4 looking low, looking low, looking low. Low side, got a fender on him, low side.
Going with him on the high side there, Jeff Gordon starts by.
4 wide in the back straight.
Clear, clear all around, clear, clear.
Oh, this could get interesting.
Bump drafting. That's what it's
31's coming with him.
When you go down the back
Clear all
straightaway,
around.
you bump into them. You see, into the lead they go.
That was not an attempt to bump Earnhardt out of the way. That's his
Clear all around,
teammate,
clear.
Mike Skinner, trying to shove him forward.
Absolutely. And he
It's
did a
called
great
bump
job.
drafting, and that's what you do. It's about 200 RPMs every time you touch it.
Bill Stevens.
Interesting to see that maneuver in the race. Yesterday during happy hour, we watched that same sequence. Skinner coming up on Earnhardt, tapping him on the back. It may have been by design.
Clear all around, just get her both, clear all around.
Well, as we watch the leaders, Mike, they're going to have to make one more pit stop before this thing is all done and over with. There's going to be a lot more racing to come before the Daytona 500 is settled.
Richard Childress' car is first and second right now. That's a hard thing to overcome when you have a
mile,
teammate
clear.
up under you like that. Somebody has to really get with somebody and change the groove to get by them. You won't see these guys make a mistake and give that
Clear.
up.
Bill Stevens.
Just spoke to Andy Petrie, the crew chief for Kenny Schrader. Asked him, how's Kenny feeling in the car? He's
Gotta wonder what $2 million feels like.
Well, you can ask Ernie Irvin. He's one of them that's trying right now, and he's moving up beside the team car of Dale Earnhardt. Mike Skinner, you can see he has a good draft on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to take it away from Skinner, and this is a whole new ball game.
Ernie Irvin told me last night, no one
Still
driver
clear.
can win
Get her
this
clear on
race
high.
by
You're clear.
himself.
Clear all
You
around.
had to have help and the draft. We'll be right back to Daytona after this.
Still clear, still clear.
What happened to that single file draft of lead cars we had a while ago?
Well, all you have to do is look at the laps left in this race. Everybody now, they're pulling the plugs on these things. They know they have to go.
Still clear all around.
Well, Richard Childress is watching our television broadcast, and he's watching his 2 cars, the 3 and 31 jockey back and forth. What do you make of this, Richard?
Well, you know, he was sitting there and you push, and they had a
Real clear,
run. He
real
had
clear.
to go. I just told him, say,
Being
Mike, you know, I was telling him just try to sit there, and they had a run, so he had to go. Got him 5 points. Now he's back there. Hopefully we can just settle in and hopefully
Still clear, clear all around.
where they help each other.
Who's supposed to win this thing, the 31 Skinner or the 3 Earnhardt?
Well, you know, a car owner is kind of like 2 kids. Who do you want to give a piece of candy to? But,
clear.
you know, my heart's got to be with Dale Earnhardt, but we all owe it to Lowe's and everybody with Mike Skinner. If he's got a chance to win, he's got to try to win it.
Well, there's a diplomatic answer for you, Mike.
It certainly is.
Single file, still clear all
Dale
around.
Earnhardt's team communicating with their driver. 53 laps to run. From this point in the race on, Dale Earnhardt's led this lap, lap 148, and every other lap in the rest of this race, one year or another, except lap 200. That's Larry McReynolds in the upper right.
Well, Earnhardt's running super well, but just behind him is a young guy on the move right now, Jeremy Mayfield.
First 9 cars, single file, still clear.
Single file. The lead pack comes down to the start-finish line. Earnhardt, Irvin, right behind. There's Ernie Irvin's Pontiac. He moved out of Robert Yates Ford at the end of last season. That's now driven by rookie Kenny Irwin Jr. Jeremy Mayfield is third. Rusty Wallace fourth. Teammates
Clear.
Ken Schrader fifth. Jeff Gordon in sixth. Mike Skinner, Jimmy Spencer, Bobby Labonte, John Andretti, the top 10. We'll be right back. Dale Earnhardt leading Ernie Irvin. 48 laps to go. One pit stop will remain. These cars get about 5 miles per
First 7 cars, still single file. Still clear.
and hold 22 gallons of fuel.
Mike, I think Jeff Gordon may have changed his driving style just a little bit. That car seems to be working on the bottom of the racetrack again. He was pushing out a little bit, getting into turn 1 not too long ago. Looks to be working quite well. He's moving back up on the lead cars now.
These are the two leaders. You're just perched on the back bumper of Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, looking back there at Ernie Irvin. Jeremy Mayfield, the youngster from Kentucky. His teammate, Rusty Wallace, and Jeff Gordon.
Ed, it looks like that second group, they look like they're closing in on the leaders just a little bit. Jimmy Spencer's pulling that second group right on up through there. John Andretti's right with him. You can see there's about a 15 car length difference, but they are coming like a storm right now.
Right now, we've run far enough. If I got a call here the next 5 or 6 laps or something, probably just going to do 4. It's like we've run far enough and got far enough to go. And I about bet Ray. Andy, I don't know.
What McReynolds is saying, they may get 4 tires on this last pit stop. When he says Andy, I don't know, it means he hasn't talked to Andy Petrie, who owns Ken Schrader's car. Larry McReynolds and Ray Evernham. On the left, McReynolds, crew chief for Earnhardt. McReynolds won this race with Davey Allison. Ray Evernham won it last year with Jeff Gordon. Talking race strategy. And mainly when to make the final pit stop.
And what to do on that final pit stop. Do you just put fuel in? Do you take 2 tires? Do you take 4 tires?
I wouldn't be surprised to see a splash and go this close to the end.
For somebody. Or maybe all of them.
Well, Larry McReynolds told Ray Evernham he would be back in about lap 170, which is just about 7 laps from now, to figure out exactly what they're going to do. We have also seen members of Kenny Schrader's team down here as well, Dick Berggren.
Yeah, we've also had Robin Pemberton down here. He is in right now. Earnhardt's pit. Have you guys cut a deal?
There are no deals. We're just discussing some things right now.
How many tires are you going to take when you pit in? When will you pit?
We don't know what we're going to do yet. We're discussing things.
That's coy.
Well, Robin Pemberton is the crew chief for the 3rd place car of Rusty Wallace. That was Kevin Hamlin on the left, Mike Skinner's crew chief, talking with the car that is also owned by Richard Childress and engineered by Larry McReynolds. Dale Earnhardt has won 30 races at Daytona, counting the International Race of Champions, 7 wins in the Saturday 300 Grand National Race, never on Sunday for the Daytona 500.
I tell you, with the luck that Dale Earnhardt's had here in Daytona for the 500, a creak in the back of that car would sound like a cowbell to him. I guarantee you, he's sitting there wondering, is something else going to happen to me?
Dick Berggren.
Well, subject to change when Larry McReynolds radioed to Dale Earnhardt on lap 165. We're coming in 15 laps. They can go almost all the way to the end. That's 200 laps on the fuel that they've got. But at least right now, the strategy is come in before then.
Last year, Earnhardt in contention to win, flipped over with 11 laps to go. And there's a Ford crew chief and a Chevy crew chief having a conversation.
On the left is Robin Pemberton, crew chief for Rusty Wallace.
Now, neither one of their drivers have won this race in years of trying. 2 years ago, Earnhardt started on the pole, finished a close second. 3 years ago, settled for second. 4 years ago, lost the lead draft. 5 years ago, lost it in the final lap. Crashed 6 years ago. 7 years ago limped home as the race ended under caution. And I could go on and on through 19 years of triumph. Even in 1980, when Buddy Baker won this race, Earnhardt was running with Baker in the final laps when the pit crew left one lug nut off during the final stop, and he had to come back to pit road, dropping a lap off the pace. Earnhardt has lost this race every which way you can, and usually in the closing laps.
Working 172 laps, 430 miles complete. The story is Earnhardt striving, struggling to finally win this 500. Earlier this week, he told the press, everyone saw the look in John Elway's eyes.
You got 4 of you now.
28. He's out in front, but there are 2 Fords deployed directly behind him. And before this is over, you can be sure they're going to be on the attack. Mayfield and Wallace working together. Let's go back to the call and Mike Joy.
Ken, 28 laps to go.
28 to go, Dale. 28 to go. We're going to pit here in about 10 laps for fuel only. We'll be here about 4 to 5 seconds. You can't leave. Caution's out. Caution's out. Spin on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Spin on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Come on around the flag.
Robert Presley, I believe, was the other car.
And Andretti swerves around as they get down to
Still
the
clear.
grass.
Clear all around.
And we are under caution.
So that takes all that pit strategy away because they'll be able to make their pit stops under caution.
All that wheeling and dealing.
Pace cars going into one.
New deal.
Dale, that's about 40 laps on those tires. About 40 laps on those tires. We'll probably get to go racing with just a little over 20 to go.
The second caution of the afternoon. And it comes after 173.
Yeah, we definitely got a pit because we can't make it on fuel.
There are.
Think you can hold them off with just 2 tires? I got to believe there's going to be some cars that try.
Earnhardt, Jeremy Mayfield, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Gordon, and Ernie Irvan. Mike Skinner.
Dale, how much rain you getting back here?
Jimmy Spencer and Ricky Craven, the top 10. Then Kyle Petty, Michael Waltrip, Bill Elliott, Terry Labonte, Chad Little, Bobby Hamilton, and...
All right, 2 of you was talking now. I'm talking to Dale. Go ahead, buddy.
When they form up for the restart. But first, pit stops.
10-4, we'll get 2 tires only. 2 tires only. 10-4.
I'm not in that windshield behind it.
4,300 second gear. Here's that guys on.
Be the center of action.
No drink now. 2 tires. You be ready to go, Dale. Don't stall it. Get to your sign now.
And every one of those 17 cars on the lead lap. Dick Berggren.
Earnhardt coming down pit road for what will be his final pit stop if all goes well. The plan, take 2 tires. That's what Rusty Waller's plan is as well. Let's go to Bill.
Rusty Wallace is in. Robin Pemberton said to his gas guy,
Get on out of here. 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 Get on out of here.
right side tires only. He's away with Mayfield.
Earnhardt has the quick pit stop.
Stay below the blend line.
Earnhardt leading the charge off pit road.
Good job, guys. Good job.
His teammate,
Got Skinner behind you.
Skinner, gets out second. That could be a
I'm
major
reminded
point.
of a conversation we had yesterday, where to win the Daytona 500, you'd have to have a friend, and Earnhardt has his teammate right behind him.
You got to remember something else. So his teammate wants to win the Daytona 500. 2 teammates. That's 2 teams right there. The first 4 position. Buddy, this is going to be good.
Get a good.
Dale, I believe you're racing against everybody with 2 tires there, buddy. Right now, they're when you get back over here, it'll be 25 to go
You've got
now.
to hand it to those guys in the 31. They were back in 5th place when they came in. Now they're
I'm sure the 2 didn't. I know the 31 did. I don't think the 24 did. I don't think nobody was in that group
even
did,
leaving the
Dale.
pits, they're subject to.
Field is getting set on a restart.
Dale
Let's
Skinner, I'll
rejoin
wave him
Mike
on.
Joy.
Don Hawk with Dale Earnhardt.
Okay, 10-4. Dale, when you get the green, there'll be 23 to go now. 23 to go. You're the boss on the restart. Give them a good restart in the right restart area. You are the boss with 23 to go. I'll let you know. 20 to go, 15, 10, and 5. I'll leave the air open for Danny.
Dale Earnhardt has said this week, it's a game of chance. In
Green is
terms
out, green
of
is out.
Who's working with you and how you get where you want to be. He's where he wants to be now for sure, with teammate Mike Skinner right behind, going under green.
Right behind, Skinner is shoving Earnhardt toward turn 1.
Almost got his car loose, Mike. He was so much up under him and actually pushing him.
Lead lap cars in the outside
You're
lane.
clear, both clear. They're all around. You're clear.
Including number 40 Marlin down on the inside.
Rusty Wallace got a terrible start there. He's not up to his teammate where he should be, but Jeff Gordon's right on his back bumper. They ought to be able to pull up. That's a lap car there, the 40 car that you can see of Sterling Marlin that pull right up into the draft there.
23
They're all around.
gang
They're all around.
Jeremy Mayfield's
foul,
gang.
first 4 cars,
He's
single
not
foul.
yet shown up. He's the only Ford in the front of that
Clear.
pack. Out of turn 2, Earnhardt leads 2 Fords and a Chevrolet. Jeff Gordon, the defending champion, in 4th. 7 times at this point in the race. With 20 laps to go, Earnhardt has been the leader. He still has yet to find the key to the gate that opens to victory lane in the Daytona 500. And
clear all around.
it's been 59 Winston Cup races since Earnhardt has had a victory on NASCAR's senior circuit.
I know you can see them. They kind of keep falling back on you. Another big tag catching you.
Between Jeff Bodine and Ricky Craven. Ned, those 2 Fords are linked up behind Dale Earnhardt. Now each
Clear all
time
around.
they've gone to turn 1,
First 4 cars,
here's
single
Rusty
foul, still
Wallace.
clear.
He's darted inside, he's darted outside. But even with Jeremy Mayfield right behind him, he cannot yet get alongside Earnhardt.
So far, maybe it's a little bit earlier than they would like to make those moves. They sort of test them out, but they also got to look in their rearview mirror. Right behind Rusty Wallace is Jeff Gordon, and they know that he's going to stay a player in this thing. Bobby Labonte has caught back up to them as well. As Buddy said, he has a fast Pontiac, so it's going to be one kind of a shootout here.
And just behind the green car there, that red and white car, that's Jimmy Spencer, a past winner here. He'll let it all hang out too when time comes.
Not since Jerry
Got about
Whitmer
8 or 9 lined up behind you.
driver in this business of the caliber of Earnhardt.
That's right, and he knows.
Looking low, looking low.
All he can do. Here's Gordon making a move.
Clear all around, clear.
Bobby coming with them.
Contact there between Gordon and the 2 cars of Rusty Wallace.
And now Bobby Labonte gets a run up on the outside of Jeff Gordon, so he'll go around him. He was going to go with him.
And that split up that lead draft.
Here's Michael Waltrip down at 21 coming
They're all
back.
around.
They said that he dropped all the way to 18th. He's all the way up to 9th.
And
coming closer.
They go 3 wide trying to gain track position at Gordon's expense.
Started to say there a moment ago, Mike, that Dale Earnhardt
Still clear, clear all around.
is just hold that thing wide open, keep it down to the low side of the racetrack where he's run well all day long, and just hope for the best.
40 miles left to race. Dick Berggren.
Larry McReynolds, how nerve-wracking is this?
Well, you know, it's all out of our hands now. You know,
Still clear.
I feel like we've got the best driver that's ever been at Daytona leading this pack right now, but you got team cars
Single
behind
foul,
him,
first
and,
5 cars,
they're
single
gonna
foul,
say
clear all
short
around.
this race today. Obviously they're not. We just have to see what happens.
Okay, Larry, thanks. Good luck.
Well, we look over there and that dark cloud doesn't look quite as dark
15,
right
buddy,
now down into
15.
turn 1.
Hang
And
tough.
they still continue to run 3 wide back in the pack.
It's nowhere near as dark as that dark form that looms in front of those 2 white and blue Fords. Dale Earnhardt. But as Richard Childress reminded Larry McReynolds at this point in the race
Clear, all right,
last
clear.
year when Larry said, "Is it looking good?" Childress just looked at him with a stern face and said, "We've been here before."
Yep.
Mike is still 15 laps and anything can happen. Look back here, 4 wide down the back straightaway.
8 laps to go. 20 miles, buddy.
Guys, it hadn't been long. We had
Yeah,
4 cars in a breakaway draft. You have many cars now in contention. You see Rusty pushing up a little bit.
Bobby coming inside of Rusty back here for
Inside
third.
as they head down the back
Jeff Gordon
straightaway.
coming with you. Still clear.
Labonte has Jeff Gordon with him. Mike Skinner to the inside. Rusty
Bobby
Wallace
working
goes
Derek
down
on the high
Ken
side.
Yarborough
You're still
and
clear.
Donnie Allison did on the last
Still
lap
clear.
at 79. And here
Clear.
is
2 by
Bobby
2 behind
Labonte
you.
on the
Still
outside,
clear.
the green car.
Still
Jeremy
clear.
Mayfield
We're all around.
fighting back on the inside there. Jeff Gordon just up under him as they come down towards the front straightaway. It's a dogfight as these guys, Jimmy Spencer makes
We're all around.
They're
working low side.
7 laps to go. Here comes Mayfield right up against the bumper of Earnhardt again. You don't
We're all
need
around,
to be
clear.
on the front of this train to win, but it sure helps.
Lady, we feel just like you do up here in the broadcasting
Still
booth.
clear.
Not a one of us are sitting down. I just got out of my chair, as a matter of fact.
Off turn 4, where David Pearson and Richard Petty crashed on the last lap of the 500
Four,
in
Dale.
1976. Pearson limping across with the victory.
Got a slow car just now in the middle of 1 and 2.
Themselves in position. They know that they're back there in 5th or 6th place. They're not in position to win the Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte is in a bad position there right now, running side by side.
Still clear, clear.
Bernie Irvin has worked his way back into contention.
First 5 cars, still single file.
That's the group running side by side back here. That's not a good thing with just few laps to go, though.
3, buddy, 3, buddy.
3 laps to go. Any one of these cars could win it. Earnhardt, Mayfield, Wallace, Schrader, Bobby Labonte in prime position. Jimmy Spencer coming up.
First 2 there, you broke away a little bit. Still clear all around.
Trying to go on the outside of Rusty Wallace off of turn 2.
Something happened at 24 car. He's falling back.
And also,
clear all around.
He split Rusty from his teammate Mayfield. 2 laps to go.
Big time hit by Spencer, but I told you Bobby Labonte.
Still clear, still clear.
What a muscle move on the outside. Fastest qualifier here for the 500, showing his
All right, there'll be a
muscle.
white flag next time by. Next time by, white flag.
That's how they run.
Watch that mirror. Watch that mirror. I'm going to help you all again, buddy. Hang in there. Hang tough. Keep digging.
Some cars get strangulated.
Man on the back.
Gets back to the start-finish line. They'll get the white.
Man on the back straight. Caution will be out. Come on around. Caution will be out. Come on around. Keep digging. Looking high. Looking high. Looking high.
This could be the Daytona 500.
Keep digging. Keep digging. Caution flag is out. Spin on the back straightaway. Keep digging.
Labonte up high. Earnhardt uses the lap car of Rick Bass as a pick.
Clear all around. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. White flag. Come on, baby. Woo! Come on, caution, caution.
Daytona 500. Finally, the most anticipated moment in racing. If John Elway can win the Super Bowl, Dale Earnhardt said he could win the Daytona 500. And if he comes around under caution to complete this final lap, the taste of long-awaited victory will be here.
You got to make this last lap now. You got to make this last lap.
Doing everything he had to do today.
You got check the flag there, buddy. Come on around here, buddy.
At the top of the show, you saw the steely eyes of Dale Earnhardt. I'll bet they'll be...
Yeah, you're finally going to get it, buddy. Praise the Lord.
It'll make the strongest man on earth cry when you win this race. It's special.
Nice job, Tap. Let's see
the line to the caution flag in second. Jeremy Mayfield's forward third. Kenny Schrader.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
As did Bobby Labonte.
You're the greatest, buddy. You're the greatest.
Richard Childress, you have tried so hard, so long, you have done it. What is it like to finally win the Daytona 500?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. You know, this team this year, we took all winter, and I can't say enough about Dale Earnhardt, Jim Goodwrench has stood behind us, and most of all, our race fans. Unbelievable.
Every man on every crew has come out to the edge of pit lane to congratulate the man who has dominated everything there is to win in this sport, except this race, until today.
All right, here he comes out of his car, and listen to this. Two decades he's waited for this moment, and it's here, and everybody gets a bath.
How about it? Man, can you believe it? For one, got an awesome race car, but for two, thank good Lord for a good day. This race car did everything. The good Lord looked after it all day long. Goodwrench, this is for all them race fans and all them people have been saying, Dale, this is your year. Dale, this is your year. And boy, a lot of them said it this year. All the way from Mr. France, all the way down to Todd Parrott and all the guys on the team. The Daytona 500 is ours. We've won it, we've won it, we've won it.